Today, we are lucky enough to be joining the ladies of Oakville on the porch of Esther Thomas's house. Let's listen in to what they're talking about this time.
Ladies, can I offer you some tea?
Thank you. Thank you, Esther. So lovely.
Oh,
Thank you. Just a little.
thank you. It's just good to have you here with me.
delicious.
Now, I made the blueberry muffins. You remember James, Agnes's boy?
Oh, yes. Oh,
Well, he came over with some fresh blueberries, and I thought, who deserves them more than you?
you're always so kind and thoughtful, Esther.
Yes.
Well, my dears, it's been far too long since we've gathered together for tea.
Oh,
Definitely.
it has.
We need to hear the news.
Time certainly does get away from us. So what is the news? What's been going on?
Well, I have heard, Lizzie Brown in the choir, she's been asked to leave. Yes.
Really?
And it's because of those hats, those gaudy hats with feathers and flowers that she's been asked to leave. And it just is such a distraction for the congregation and the choir alike, who are there on a Sunday to listen to the Lord's word.
Well, I had heard that rumor, and I tell you, I think flowers and feathers are the handiwork of the Lord. So I went and got a new hat.
You did.
I did. I want your comment.
It's noticeable.
Yes, I thought so.
It will be noticed, and I hope I'm not sitting behind it.
Well, no, because I thought that you and I, as the Silverthorne sisters, could just march down that aisle and show the handiwork of the Lord.
Well, I actually feel there's nothing wrong with flowers and feathers in church. I think the Reverend should be paying more attention to our souls than to our attire. So yes, I'm going to wear my new hat, and it has a big flower, yes.
Good. Feathers and flowers will be seen. So there.
My, God will certainly have a fashion show when you ladies arrive.
Well, and I'll tell you who won't be there. Mary Sumner was over this morning, and Constable George Sumner did not go to church last Sunday because he does not want to pay for his pew.
Oh, really? Interesting, very interesting. I have heard say that some of the churches are looking at a weekly collection or an offering from each member
Really?
of the congregation versus
That's
the
a good
pew
idea.
rental.
Well,
But will we be told how much we have to pay?
Perhaps, but those church coffers need to be filled up.
well, that's true. Although the congregation is increasing. There are new people at the church. There are new people at Market Square every week.
My dear Robert, he does say that the custom house is so busy these days with people coming and going, and it takes so long for them to process all the paperwork on them.
And I suppose Oakville is the first port of entry for many people arriving in Canada.
You're quite right. You're quite right,
Well,
Mary
yeah.
Jane. You're quite right.
But I understand that they are in good health, and so I'm glad that they are staying, and they have trades, and they have skills. So really, it's great, except I have heard that some of them are involved in strange affiliations.
Really?
Yes.
Well, I think it's called the Freemasons.
Oh.
Apparently, they can track their lineage all the way to the stone builders from the cathedrals of the Middle Ages.
Really?
Oh,
Yes.
Freemasons?
that's interesting.
All right.
Well, I was in town yesterday picking up my tonic from young Dr. Urquhart.
And how's he doing?
He's doing very well,
Okay.
very, very busy.
I'll bet.
But as I was walking down the Anderson block, I saw a sign over one of the shops, quite high up, and it said, Odd Fellows. Have you any idea what that is about? Odd Fellows.
Well, I have it on good authority that the Odd Fellows have been here since 1843. I'm not sure why we didn't know about them. But I also am quite impressed by their symbol, which is a triple link, and it stands for friendship, love, and trust.
Mother, I heard tell that it was a fellowship formed by people who had odd careers and
Oh.
trades.
Okay.
But they also have and they come together socially to form the odd fellowship, so to speak.
Well, as far as I'm concerned, the only odd activities that are happening at that lodge are very, very different than what you think they would be. I
Really?
hear they have sacred rituals, they have secret passwords, and I'd hate to scare you, but I hear they also is a rumor of witchcraft and satanic
Aunt
worship.
Tilly, you've been listening to
Oh,
far too much gossip.
Perhaps.
I heard that they had a group with the women formed, and they're called Daughters of Rebekah.
I'm so pleased to hear that they're letting the women get involved, and such a wonderful biblical name to use.
And it's yours.
Yeah. Well, they certainly wouldn't use the name Esther. Rebecca is. Oh,
Well,
really.
okay, but Daughters of Esther, not so much, but Daughters of Rebekah has a
Daughters
nicer
of
ring.
Rebecca
Yes,
has a
okay.
better ring,
Yeah.
and I do understand that they do good things in town. They are aiding the sick and the bereaved, and they are teaching the orphans. Such wonderful pursuits.
Oh, excellent. Yes, indeed. That might be something for us to consider. After all, we do have the moral and ethical standards that they would be looking for.
And we are all certainly over the age of 16.
I think we are.
So I suppose you are all now going to run off and join the Rebekahs.
Okay.
Most definitely.
Sounds like a wonderful
Oh,
idea.
my
Yes.
ladies.
Let's have some more tea.
Cheers.
We'll leave the ladies to enjoy their tea, and hopefully we'll get to join them again at some future date.